Well, folks, the results are in, and I'm shocked. The winner is Van Helsing. I know it's silly to do a drum roll, let alone a reveal, considering the title of the video gives it away, but I don't care. Let's talk about the movie before we tackle the game. Van Helsing the movie is awesome, okay? Hugh Jackman kills it, as he always does, and it's just a big bucket of fun. It's zany, it's action-packed, it doesn't take itself too seriously. I love it. Now, how about the game? Is it too a big bucket of fun? To put it simply, I don't know. I haven't touched the game in many years. In fact, I'm not sure that I've ever beaten it. So, with that in mind, come with me and let's find out together. This is Van Helsing. The prologue takes place 3 years after the events of the game's intro. Van Helsing has tracked down Dr. Jekyll, who has since transformed into Mr. Hyde, to Paris. In fact, the prologue, albeit short, takes place inside the Notre Dame. Here we learn about double jumping, grappling, swinging from ledge to ledge, and glyphs, which are used as currency for the in-game store. Heading up to the attic, we come face to face with Mr. Hyde. The scene follows very closely to the movies while keeping it nice and short so we can get right into the action. That's right. Our first enemy is a boss fight. Don't worry, you're well equipped for it. You've got your trusty infinite ammo shooting irons if you want to keep your distance. You also have the badass if dangerous Tojo blades. A steady combo of bullets and slashes end the fight, when just like in the movie, Hyde's arm gets cut off, and in a fit of rage he throws us through and onto the roof. After admiring the view for a moment, he throws us off. Yeah, that would definitely result in some shattered bones. Sometime later, we find ourselves in search of a lady. Don't worry, I'm not James Bond in this game. No fondling will be taking place on my watch. Anna is her name, and being a badass bitch is her game. Just not in this game. Her family has failed to stop Dracula for several generations, so it's up to her to finally stop him. Otherwise, her family is damned forever, and Van Helsing here has been tasked with finding and helping her. At first, everything is going smoothly, but it doesn't last very long. He gets locked into the next area and stumbles upon some skeletal remains, and they reanimate right before his very eyes. Now let the hacking and slashing begin. There is no shortage of enemies in this mission. Wave after wave spawn in to try and stop me. They are no match for my shoot and slash combo. This is only mission 1, and my endorphins are already in a frenzy. The combat is very satisfying. Well, hello, beautiful. Let's see what kind of shotgun you're going to be. You know, in real life, we have important questions like, what kind of girl are you? Or, what kind of guy are you? In video game land, we've got, what kind of shotgun are you? Thank you, Doom, for setting the bar where it is. Now it's time for another boss fight. After attempting to help a stranger, Bro gets backhanded into oblivion. Someone has a bad case of the Mondays. If Mr. Hyde was Mr. X, then the stranger is Nemesis. This motherfucker runs at you. Now that I think about it, this was where I always got stuck as a kid. You're not getting me now, you raggedy son of a bitch. Continuing through the village, I fight more and more skeletons, and eventually I come across a graveyard, but it's blocked off by a gate. By this point, the sun has gone away and the clouds have rolled in. Not only that, but gargoyles have come to life, and are on me like stink on shit. These assholes are tough in large numbers. If they manage to hit you with that perfect attack pattern, you're dead. However, they will not be the worst of the bunch. Did you enjoy your break from the last boss fight? Yeah? Well, here's another one for you, bitch. Yeah, this game just loves to make you work for it, and you know what? I'm all for it. The 3 hoes of Dracula were about to feast on Anna. Then I showed up. For some reason, the first 2 hoes put up a shield for the 3rd hoe, Mariska. After scaring them away, Mariska transforms into her demon form, shooting lightning at me, and whatever this shit is had me struggling for a bit, but I won in the end. Now we're moving on to Igor, Dracula's master torturer. After spending way too much time in this library, I find a secret passageway which leads me into the graveyard. I also add another weapon to my arsenal, the autocross as I call it. It's very effective against these giant owls and other winged enemies. It even works well on these sirens? Is that even the right wording? Just don't use it on the gargoyles, especially not on these sword-wielding skellies. You gotta slash those fellas. Igor's boss fight is one of the easiest in the game. He just teleports from platform to platform while shooting fireballs at you in different configurations. Kind of like how Taco Bell serves you the same food but in different configurations. Fight me. Backtracking through the graveyard and through the village, we get ambushed by werewolf Velkin, but Van Helsing isn't afraid, and I'm certainly not afraid, so I chase him to the edge of the village where the boss fight takes place. Velkin swings aimlessly and acts as though his rage is preventing any sort of strategy, which makes sense. Once beaten, he transforms back into his human form where he begs to be killed, but Van Helsing is not a murderer, so he declines. Velkin turns back into a werewolf, and Van Helsing quickly changes his mind. But Anna shows up to stop him from shooting him, as if one bullet from my revolver is gonna put him down. Like, bitch, where were you 5 minutes ago? Are you ready for a difficulty spike? No? Well, fuck you! Getting to the castle isn't the problem. It's what lies within. Trust me, the gargoyles are not the problem anymore. Meet the minions. They're easy in small groups, but in big packs, they can be deadly. Pair them with the much deadlier spiked minions, and you've got some rage material. I got relentlessly bullied by these freaks. They'll stun lock you with their spears, throwing axes, and guns. Their spikes also hurt you. This motherfucker even picks my hat up off the floor, puts it on, then shoots me in the gut. I legit thought he was about to start fucking emoting. If that wasn't bad enough, they then proceed to gangbang me in the corner. Fuck you! In order to get the elevator up and running, I need to figure out how to power it on. Good thing there's several waves of gargoyles and minions standing in my way. As it turns out, the power source is not a switch or a button. In fact, it's a gun. The lightning gun is my favorite weapon in the game. It's beautiful. I discovered a move I like to call the skeet shot. That is just... yes. It got even better when I learned that dodging cancels out the recharge time, completely breaking the weapon. Okay, Dracula, let's see what you're made of. Ah. I see. Yeah, Dracula, even in human form, is hard. If you beat him, he'll order his bats to come and whisk you away. Just like Igor, we will see him again. He survives this. The first thing we fight are these god-awful great value lost souls. They fucking laugh at you, Jesus Christ. What is this, middle school and high school all over again? The majority of this mission consists of platforming and fending off the misplaced spirits. It wouldn't be a Van Helsing mission without a boss fight. This time we're fighting Frankenstein. Again, he was the stranger if you don't know. I don't know if that's a bug or if that's meant to happen, but that's actually creepy as hell. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention, you have special ammo types that you can find throughout the game, and it's indicated via this blue bar. He's quick to forgive us after handing his ass to him, so we form a friendship of sorts.
I am the monster he needs. I've seen many monsters, my friend. Believe me, you are not a monster.
Then he freaks out after seeing Velkin, because apparently Dracula can see what he sees. So now he's worried that his hideout has been exposed.
He sees what they see.
We're going back to the castle to wrest it from Dracula's grasp. But first, we gotta gear up and T-pose with some badass swords and climb the mountain, killing everything from bats, ghost bats, and werewolves along the way. This mission blesses us with 2 boss fights, Velkin and Dracula again. Anna must have an addiction to getting captured, because she does a lot of it in this game. I don't even think the movie did her this dirty.
Like that. And I tire of your presence.
Not much to say about this mission, it's just us running through the areas from past missions, which makes sense considering we're escaping from the castle. The only addition being these statue guys. Tanky and deflect autocross shots just like the gargoyles. Don't feel rushed though, as there is no time limit. Not much to say about this one either, really. You fend off and kill off Verona, then Frankenstein gets taken, then Anna gets taken, big surprise, then Van Helsing gets ambushed by Velkin. I'm getting tired of this, bro. This time he stays dead, but not before taking a quick bite out of my shoulder.
There is one more thing.
Hey, remember Igor? Yeah, he's back, and tougher than ever. He uses the same attack pattern from his previous fights, but now he's thrown in a wild card. Lasers. At first I thought they would drain my health, but no, they just drain your special ammo, meaning this could take a lot longer if you aren't agile enough like me. Now that he's dealt with, here I come, friends. You know, you would think Dracula would have better security than just birds. The first couple of areas, it's nothing but birds. Dude, I'm here to kill you. I think you should take me seriously. This mission has my favorite design. In certain areas, it reminds me of Quake 1, with its gothic machinery. And in other places, it reminds me of how I want to kill myself.
No! The minions. The fucking minions. I can't escape the fucking minions.
Oh hey, a Gatling gun. Sweet! It works well against, these things. One switch section and several dead statues later, it's time for the hardest boss fight in the game, Alira. Okay, despite my channel name being I'm Angry, I hardly rage at video games, right? But this bitch had me heated to a dangerous degree. She has homing missiles. A laser that might as well be a homing laser after she hits you with it. Fireballs that come out of the ground, and wait for it,
Spawn protection.
everyone you know is dead, old friend, except for me. You can hang on to your optimism. We'll see how long that lasts. After freeing Frankenstein from his bindings, I descend the tower to face Dracula. Unfortunately, I didn't have the smoothest entrance.
May I give you a hand?
Bro looks like my cat when I go to feed her. Alira may have been the toughest, but Demon Dracula is a close second. He uses the same attacks as before, only now he can block your shots and do that swoop attack that the other demons could do. After impaling Dracula with a spear, he starts to walk away, only to have the set change, and what do you know, Dracula wakes up and makes fun of me.
You didn't actually think I would let you kill me again, did you?
I must give him credit, he kept his optimism, right up until I turned into a werewolf and mauled him to death. Anna and Frankenstein show up with a cure as I'm gorging, but it's too late. She's noticed and swiftly killed by Van Helsing, the werewolf. He's quick to blame himself, but Frankenstein comforts him.
And now, I'm the monster.
I have seen many monsters, my friend. Believe me, you are not a monster.
That is honestly an excellent callback. Then Anna's spirit says goodbye to Van Helsing before rising to the gates of St. Peter, which means, despite her death, her generation's long quest has finally been put to rest. I wonder if Hugh Jackman voiced Van Helsing. I mean, it sounds just like him. Yep, he certainly did. Look, I'm not gay, okay? I'm not. I just got engaged a few weeks ago. I'm the happiest man alive right now. But whenever I see Hugh Jackman on screen, I'm just like,
God damn!
it looks like a few other members of the cast voiced their characters in the game too, which is a nice touch of familiarity. In the beginning of the video, a question was brought up. Is Van Helsing the game a big bucket of fun? My answer, fuck yeah it is! If you like hack and slash style games, then I suggest you give this one a try. You might just like it. I do have 2 complaints about it, however. One, some of the camera angles are just terrible. Really makes it hard to see the enemies sometimes, though I understand why they may have done that. And number 2, the repetitive boss fights. I understand the movie didn't have very many boss-like characters, but you didn't have to make me fight them several times. By the way, if I sound like shit in this video, that's because I'm fighting a very bad sinus infection. But I was not about to let that dampen my flame. Should I have just waited until I got better to record this voiceover? Absolutely. Did I not listen to myself? Absolutely. I love bringing you guys entertaining content, and I hope this is entertaining. I know I missed some collectibles and weapons, but I'm simply here to get through the game. Now it's on to the next project, and just like last time, I will post a poll about it, so keep those eyes peeled. Looks like 13 was the runner-up, so I'll carry it over just to give it a second chance. If you guys liked the video, smack the like button like it owes you money, and hit subscribe on your way out while you're at it. Every little bit of support means the world to me. Aside from that, that's all I've got for you today. As always, thank you all for dropping in for a few minutes. I know I keep saying it, but I mean it, so I'm gonna keep saying it. So again, thank you. I greatly appreciate it, and I will see y'all later. Peace.